This morning for the next few moments from the subject, kill it all. Clap your hands, everybody, and give God a praise. Kill it, kill it. My friends, you need to understand here, the enemy has a long history of using people, places, and things to keep us from reaching our place of promise and purpose. Hindrance is his assignment, and he will spare no cost to hinder you from reaching your destiny in God. Something I found out about the enemy, you got to study the enemy, you got to kind of try to figure him out, and you got to learn his devices. The reason why some of us keep falling for the same thing over and over again is because we don't take the time to learn the devices of the enemy. Come on here, somebody. And so in my watching, in my living, and in my learning, that I've come to find there are three things that the enemy fights. He fights progress, he fights growth, and he fights possession. Our God is a progressive God, and he intends for us to be progressive people. To progress means to grow or to develop. It denotes continuous improvement. Something I found out is that the enemy hates growth, he hates development, and he hates continuity. He desires for us to be undeveloped, to be withered, and to be broken. My friends, it is also God's desire for us to grow. Some of us are still on milk when we should be on meat. Come on here, somebody. The enemy desires for us to stay on milk. He never wants us to grow up. Just look at your neighbor and tell him, say, it's time for us to grow up. Tell him, we gotta grow up. The enemy likes childish things. He likes childish church drama. He likes when we have to depend on other people to be able to reach God. He likes for us to be reliant on others for help. But the devil is a liar. God has called us to a place where we're about to shift into another dimension of maturity. 2 Peter 3:8 admonishes us to grow in the knowledge of God. Don't you allow where you are to hold you captive, but you gotta grow. Shout at your neighbor and tell them, say, grow. Stop crying over the same things you cried over last season. Stop fighting over the same stuff you fought over last year. Stop worrying about the same stuff you worried about yesterday. Because when you grow in God, what mattered to you yesterday, it doesn't matter to you today. Come on here. What was important to you last season is not important to you this season, because I've grown not just in my mind, but I've grown in my spirit. As a matter of fact, because I've grown in my spirit, what enticed me last season is not going to bother me this season. Come on here. Because I've outgrown where I was. Y'all don't hear me here today. Here. And so the enemy hates growth. He hates progression. And he hates possession. The enemy never wants us to possess anything that has been promised by God. It's his desire to cause God to look fallible. The enemy wants to make God look like he's a liar. He wants to make God look like he's unable to do what he said he would do. And so wherever there is a God word, you must be ready for a satanic attack. The enemy will try to destroy what God has said. However, He wants to discourage us in our plight of possession. He doesn't want us to lay a hold of the promise of God for our lives. And so our text today, and I'm almost done. Our text today deals in the area of recompense as it relates to the children of Israel. Here, when we study in the history of our text, because you can never understand what's going on here if you do not go back and look at the history of the text. A lot of times we look at a scripture, we look at a text, and we take it for face value. But you got to look at listen to me, preachers, the who, the what, the when, the where, and the why of the text to get a full comprehension of what's going on here. And so when we look at the fullness of the text, we study the history of what's happening here. It takes us back to the book of Exodus, chapter number 7. When we look at chapter 17 of the book of Exodus, we find that God has shifted the children of Israel. He brought them up and out of Egypt. The text tells us in the book of Exodus, chapter number 17, that when God brings them out of Egypt, that he has them in the wilderness. They're in the midst of their journey, a journey that should have taken them 40 days, now takes them 40 years. Sometimes God's got to take you the long way around. I know we don't understand why we haven't gotten there yet. I'm reminded of a movie a few years ago. Are we there yet? Sometimes God's got to take you the long way around so that he can prepare you. And for some of us, preparation is going to take longer than others. And so don't be dismayed because of where you are. You got to understand that God's got you right where he needs you to be, because he's preparing you for what he said. Don't be discouraged because you can't die until you get it anyway. And so God's got you in a place of preparation, and he's preparing you for manifestation. And so the text tells us here that while in the midst of the wilderness, the Bible says that Moses is leading the children of Israel through the wilderness. They find themselves at a place called Rephidim. The Bible says that when they get to Rephidim, that they face conflict in Rephidim. The conflict in Rephidim is this: there is no water for the people to drink. The Bible says that when the people realize that Moses has led them into a dry place, has anybody ever had to live through a dry season? The Bible said that Moses led them into a dry place. The people begin to complain. They were so upset because of where they were that they spoke of killing Moses. Watch this. Don't you ever allow where you are to change how you feel about where you're going. Some of you now are in a dry place. It seems like you're in a dry season, but I got a word for you here today. The Holy Ghost told me to tell you, hold on, because the rain is coming. The rain is coming. I smell rain. The text says here that a while they're at Rephidim. The people they begin to speak against Moses. They say, listen, we're going to kill him because of where we are. The Bible says that Moses goes to God. The Bible says that God speaks to Moses. He says, listen, Moses, don't worry about what the people are saying. Sometimes you can't listen to what the people are saying. You got to turn a deaf ear to people and put your ear to the mouth of God. Watch this, because when people don't understand what God is doing, and when they can't comprehend how God is doing it, what they say will never be favorable He says, when you get to Horeb, when you get to Mount Horeb, strike the rock. I'll cause water to flow out of the rock. The Bible says here that when God causes something to come out of nothing, the valley of Rephidim was a dry place. There were no waters or streams. There was nothing there for anybody to want. Nobody wanted Rephidim because it was empty. It was dry. It was desolate. But as soon as God anointed Rephidim, here comes the Amalekites. Isn't that just like folk? When you was dry, when you didn't know God, y'all don't hear me? When you didn't have nothing, when you didn't have no power, nobody wanted you. But as soon as God anointed you, y'all don't hear me? You gotta watch out for people. I tell people all the time, you gotta be careful how you handle people where they are. Because where they are today will not be where they are tomorrow. I remember 21 years ago when I first started in the ministry. I may not be the best preacher now, but I can hold my own. I wasn't as good, Minister Kim. And 21 years ago, people, they would sit back and laugh. They would say, "Ain't nothing to him. He'll never be nobody." But let me tell you something. When God anoints you, and when God puts his hand on you, I want to tell every one of you in here today, you might not be gifted, but God's not concerned with your gifts. Just get an anointing. I find it not your neighbor and tell them, let's get anointed. You might get sick like Paul. You might get prophesy like Peter. Y'all don't hear me. But just get an anointing. The text says here that as water begin to flow through Rephidim, here you got Amalek. He's the captain of the Amalekite army. The Bible says here that when Amalek saw that the water was flowing through Rephidim, that he came up against the children of Israel. The Bible says here that he went against them in battle. Something you got to understand about Israel. Unlike the other nations, Nate, they were not trained warriors. The Amalekites, they had trained armies. All of these nations, they were trained to fight. But because Israel had been held captive for more than 400 years, they did not know how to fight. All they knew how to do was praise. I've come to tell you that when you don't know how to fight, when you find yourself in a situation and you don't know how to make it through, all you got to do is lift your hand and give God praise, because your praise will fight for you. The text says here that they came against the Israelites. The Bible says here that when they first came against the Israelites, they whipped the Israelites from sun up to sundown. The Bible said to Moses, he takes Aaron and her. He says, listen, the Amalekites are going to destroy us if we don't do something. He said, Moses, what are we going to do? What do you do when you don't know what to do, but you got to do something? He said, what we going to do is what we know how to do. The Bible said to Moses, he sends Joshua back down to the valley of Rephidim. He says, Joshua, you fight. I'll go on the mountain. I'll stand on Horeb and I'll worship. The Bible says that he goes to the mountain.